Hi there, and welcome to the Coffee with Christine and Goose show. I'm your host, Christine DeGennaro, and I'm joined by my pet duck named Goose. Together, we're here to motivate and inspire you with uplifting daily messages. Grab a cup of tea or coffee, and let's get started with your daily dose of love and caffeination. Hello and good morning. This is March the 13th, 2023, episode number 15, My Experiment with Expanding Abundance. I'm Christine DeGennaro. I am an author, motivational speaker, and avid coffee drinker, which I obviously haven't had enough of this morning. This morning, I am sipping on Maxwell House Coffee Mate Creamer in my coffee, and today's card. So every morning I love to pull a tarot card to set the intention for the podcast for the day. So today's podcast is going to be under the influence of the word influence, perseverance, passion, fire. So we're looking at the card Six of Wands. Six of Wands represents passion and fire and spirit. Is a beautiful way to say it, spirit. And perseverance is being able to charge forward in what you believe in, following your passion and allowing that passion to help you influence others. So we're going to take that with us for today and see how we can apply it into this podcast. Actually, it's a beautiful thing. So the key words around today are going to be release, value, and abundance. And as we're getting started, I just want to let you know that this podcast is Goose approved. Goose is hanging out over here by my feet. You might hear him barking in the background on occasion. We are sitting here sipping on some coffee. So we invite you to grab your own cup of coffee, get settled in, and let's talk about my experiment with expanding abundance. So the word of the week is abundance. So we're going to be talking all about it. Last week we worked on healing. This week is all about abundance. And when it comes to abundance, we have a tendency to think about money and financial abundance. Excuse me. But we forget that abundance comes in many forms. So we're going to kind of glance over those a little bit, and we'll dive in as we progress further in the week. But abundance comes in many forms, so I've been experimenting with different types. So the question that you want to ask yourself when it comes to manifesting, when it comes to abundance, what do you want? Do you want money? Do you want financial security? Do you want health? Do you want happiness? What is it do you want? You know, some of the things that I've found that have come easiest have been the smaller things. A lot of times when we focus on bigger things, say like a large sum of money, it doesn't come as easily. So I like to play around with the little things to remind myself how in control I am of the things that I can manifest and create and call in abundance. And a lot of that comes from being able to notice all the little things. So when you are not specific, you know, I would like to see more butterflies. You'll end up seeing a whole lot more butterflies. But if you go and say, I want to see monarch butterflies, and you only see the little white ones, or maybe you see the blue and black ones. I love blue and black butterflies. They're so pretty. But when you get super specific, sometimes you feel discouraged because you're seeing butterflies, just not the kind that you expect. But when you open up your eyes, you're still seeing butterflies, right? So I want you guys to take that into account, that sometimes backing off of exactly what you want and just saying, you know what, it would be really fun if this happened. It'd be really fun to get the closest parking spot to the store. It would be fun if we were first in line. It would be fun if I found money as we were walking into the store. Here's another question for you. So, what are you willing to give up? And that question in and of itself causes a lot of panic, right? Because you've worked so hard for everything that you have. Yeah, I'm sitting here looking around in my office and I have monitors, I've got a desk, I've got my speakers, I've got my microphones, I've got my phone, I have my printer, I have all this stuff that all I need, I could lose everything. As long as I have a phone, I would be able to record this podcast. And it's interesting to think like that. Like, what if I lost everything? Where would I be able to start? If I could give up everything, would I be willing to give it up if it meant getting everything that I want by pursuing my passion and pursuing my happiness? What am I willing to give up on the path to pursue my happiness? And I would love for you guys to answer this in the comments. Would you be willing to leave a job that made you miserable in exchange for a job that paid you less but left you feeling more fulfilled? Would you be willing to leave that security of a 9-to-5 paycheck for the living on the edge, paycheck to paycheck, as you pursue your passion? What are you willing to give up in the pursuit of your fulfillment? And that's a deep question, but I've been very firm in my belief that if you are willing to sacrifice everything that needs to be sacrificed on that path, you're going to be so rewarded. Now, here's the thing. Each time I've opened myself up to the universe, it delivers in the form of a new job, a home that years ago, I specified I wanted a home where I could watch the sun rise and watch the sun set from either side of the house. And that's exactly what I have. I have a beautiful patio that I can watch the sunrise in the morning right from my kitchen. And I have a beautiful porch out front that I can sit and watch the sunset every night if I chose. And I think we forget that sometimes. I was able to manifest that. And it's a home where I can have animals, and it's got enough for a guest room. I've got all the space that I need for everything that I need. And it's close to town, but just outside city limits. And it is the perfect home that I didn't even know existed. But at one point, I opened myself up for the opportunity, and it presented itself. There's been times where I've left high-paying jobs for a lesser-paying job, and I was rewarded with a management position. Just when I was about to give up on my coaching business, I had opportunities come knocking. Every time you are on the verge of letting go, a new pathway is going to open. That has been the result of my experiment. Every time I surrender and say, you know what, universe, this is in your hands, something amazing happens. So here's the deal. If you want abundance to come into your life, whether it's health, whether it's money, whether it's security or a relationship, celebrate everything that comes across your path. Maybe it's a dime in the road, or a prime parking spot in front of the store, or maybe it's a new car. I want you to experiment. I want you to have fun with this, because abundance comes in so many different forms and varieties, and it's different for every single one of us. So what are you abundant in today? What are you going to manifest over the next week? What are you going to call in? And what are you going to release in the process? It's all about the small things and letting go. All right, my friend. So hopefully that inspired you to just contemplate a few things. What are you willing to let go of to call in all the abundance of everything that you've ever desired? What are you willing to let go of? And what are you willing to honor? Make sure you drop it in the comments. We're very curious to know. So I want you to do two different things for me. I want you to reach out to us if you need a little bit of uplifting, if you have a special someone in your life who's celebrating a birthday or want a birthday shout out or a special message of any kind. Goose and I are set to deliver special customized messages just for you. So get your personal Goose approved personalized message from christinede.com and order now. Also, if you are struggling, if you're stuck, if you're not sure where your abundance is leading you or even what to do as far as abundance, let me know. Let's book a call and let's get you set up to walk along on a manifesting journey with us. We've got some really great information we'd love to share with you. So let's book a call. Go ahead and hit the link below down in the description and snag your spot on our calendar. Goose and I are always here for you, and we want to make sure that you know that you are loved and you are cherished and you are always encouraged to live every single day with the utmost of passion. This podcast has been Goose approved, and we appreciate you joining us for your daily dose of love and caffeination. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.